A reminder to silence your cell phones. Flash photography is prohibited. Announce your name and media affiliation when asking questions. Limit of one follow-up. Raise your hand so our people can find you. Texas Tech Red Raiders student athletes are Kevin O'Banner and Kevin McCullough. We'll open things up with an opening statement from head coach Mark Adams.
Does he ever smile? That's what I want to know.
There you go. You got one.
Well, again, just so incredibly happy for our these guys up here, for our basketball team to stay alive and keep moving forward and play another game. At the same time, I'm at those last 2 or 3 minutes. I don't want this season to be over, so I know Coach Bray's feeling the same way. So I certainly feel for Notre Dame, and they played so hard and played good enough to win. We just made a lot of great plays down the stretch, and couldn't be more happy for these guys up here in our team.
Questions first for the student athletes.
Pete Christie, KCBD, for both Kevins. Just talk about digging deep. You guys were down in 4 straight defensive stops, your bread and butter, and then you hit key free throws down the stretch. Just talk about those last 2 minutes, getting it done.
We just had that mindset of not trying to go home. All praise to the Lord. We just love each other, and this is what March is all about. And the game is not over, even though when we were down. So we just had that mindset of just chipping it away, one possession at a time, and to God be the glory, we came out victorious.
It's a March game. I'm so excited right now. I can't put into words. I'm so thankful for my brothers on the team, Coach Adams and stuff. And it came down to defense. We know we had to get stops against a really good Notre Dame team, and that's what we ended up doing. And we hit some big-time free throws.
Carlos Hill from the Lubbock Avalanche Journal. Kevin O'Banner, in terms of just getting that offensive rebound to get the 2 free throws, how important was that for y'all, and just how difficult is it to kind of make a play like that, especially in a clutch situation there?
Every play matters, especially down the stretch, and I just want to win. We just want to leave Texas Tech better than we found it, and give credit to a good Notre Dame team, but we just want to win, and we just try to do whatever it takes for us to win, even though if it's an ugly win, we'll take it. So we're just grateful just to be a part of that, and grateful to advance to the Sweet 16.
Carlos from the AJ again with a follow-up. Kevin, for Kevin McCullough, can you just speak to what Marcus was able to do? Obviously, had his name called, got that huge block, and then not only that, but they made the 2 free throws that really fueled that 10-1 run to close the game for you all.
Oh yeah, Marcus, he's a veteran. He's been in big-time games before. He could start on any team in the country right now, and he comes off the bench and he gives us what we need. He knows his role, and he's been putting in the work on his free throws. I don't know if y'all noticed, he shot him with his right hand, and that's just huge. That's just the dedication and work that he puts in, and that's my brother and my roommate. So I'm proud of him.
Joseph Hoyt, Dallas Morning News. Kevin McCullough. Notre Dame hit their 9th three-pointer with about 5 minutes left to take a lead. They're 15-1 when they get double-digit three-pointers made. I guess in the last 5 minutes, how much of an emphasis was defending the perimeter and trying not to get another three-pointer on you?
We was emphasizing that a lot throughout the whole game, but credit to them. They got in great spots and drived and kicked and made some big-time shots. They're a really good shooting team, and we just know down the stretch that we had to eliminate that, or the game probably wouldn't have went our way. And we made some big-time plays on defensive end, and I think it was just our will to we didn't want to send the seniors home yet, and we want to keep playing basketball as long as we can and try to make a run at this thing. So we just so close, and we buckled down.
Mason Horodisky with KMAC News. For Kevin O'Banner, 2nd straight game with a double-double now. What helps you get into the mindset to rise to the occasion in big games like this in March?
He's a dog.
I just give all the praise to the Lord. I know when big moments come, I just don't want to let my teammates down. Like I said, we love each other a lot. We love Coach Adams. We love our brothers, and it's really like a familyhood over here. And whatever it takes. Nights I'm not scoring the ball. If I could do little things like offensive rebound or just 50-50 balls, just do the little things. I'm willing to do whatever. As long as we win, we're all happy, and I'm just grateful just to advance and play in the Sweet 16.
John Titel from hoopshd.com for O'Banner. 9 months ago, you weren't even on the team. You were figuring out where to transfer. Today, you tied the school record for most rebounds in an NCAA tourney game. How happy are you with your decision, and how does this Sweet 16 compare to the last Sweet 16?
I'm very happy with the decision I made, playing for a God-fearing coach. in Coach Adams and, having, my brothers alongside that, will be my friends for life. I'm truly grateful. And, the last week 16, it's all have different memories. I'm grateful to be a part of, each one of them, with last year being a 15 seed and, this year, making it to the Sweet 16, there's always a new story in play. And I'm just grateful just to be a part of, March Madness once again and, just to keep breaking history. But if we didn't get the win, it wouldn't all matter. So I'm just grateful that we just came out victorious.
Any other questions for the student athletes? One in the back.
Levon Whitaker, ABC 57 News in South Bend. Kevin McCullough, you had 4 fouls down the stretch, but you still continue to play really tough defense and really sticking to the Irish in this game. How were you able to do that down the stretch with 4 fouls?
My game, it always starts on the defensive end. I'm always going to compete on both ends of the floor, and I just know that when I picked up my 4 fouls, kind of frustrated, but Coach Adams and the staff, they trusted me to go out there and be smart and make smart decisions. And my team, they had my back for me, if I went for a steal or, somebody was trying to go at me to try to get me fouled out the game, they had my back. So, just trying to keep my head clear, and I'm just so happy to come out with the W.
Ariel Schaefer, KLBK back in Lubbock. This is for both of you guys. It got loud those last 2 minutes, and your friends, your family was there, Red Raider Nation. Just kind of comment on the support that you've had from Red Raider Nation up to this point.
Yeah, being way out here in San Diego, it felt like almost a home game. Red Raider Nation travels well. It's the best fans in the country for a reason, and it was just loud on the stretch, and we needed them to get us going as well, and it was big time.
Just to pick up what K-Mac said, just feel like a home game. Just grateful for the fans that came out. Of course, praying for safe travels as they head back. But we're just truly grateful to have such good fans to support us. Win or lose, and we came out victorious, and we're truly grateful that we can make them proud.
Christian Hay, KTXT Lubbock. You guys shot nearly twice as well in the last game as you did this game. How much confidence does it give you going through the rest of the tourney, knowing you can win scoring well and win scoring ugly?
Yeah, the ball gonna go in some nights and some nights it's not. But we know one thing is can be consistent is our defense and our effort. We just want to be the hardest playing team out there always, and we're just glad to still be playing in the Sweet 16. I know at the beginning of the year nobody really picked us, even ranked us or anything like that. So we're just trying to prove people wrong and just keep advancing as a family.
All right, final question for the student athletes.
Brady King, Fox 34 in Lubbock. For both of you guys, made big defensive stops and free throws down the stretch. What do you tell each other when you're huddling up when there's less than a minute to go? Moments like that.
Are you trying to go home? There's no way to sugarcoat it. Are you trying to go home? And we just had that mindset to continue to play, and we came out victorious.
Yeah, it get a little hostile in the timeouts. We be trying to come on, hype each other up, but we don't be trying to go home. So, we all lock in and we listen to each other. That's one thing that's great about us. We're so close that it's no hard feelings in there, and it gets competitive. So we all want to win.
Thanks for the student athletes. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, bro.
Congratulations. And now questions for Coach Adams, and I'll try to smile.
Carlos Silva from the Lubbock Avalanche Journal. Mark, just in terms of what Marcus has been able to do with that big block, and not only that, but then as he really shifted from shooting from a left hand to a right hand, just how much of a help was he tonight, and then just how much of a, I guess, just crazy way to show that he has improved by making those free throws right-handed.
Yeah, how about that? I mean, here's a guy that, changed his shot. I'd like to take credit for it, but I think he did that on his own about a month ago. Started changing his left hand and started shooting his right hand, and it looks a whole lot better. But quite honestly, it still hadn't been going in practice, so we were crossing our fingers. But just a great competitor, and he displays with so much emotion. He, first half didn't have a really good half defensively or offensively, but he's made some huge defensive plays down the stretch and plays with a lot of energy and emotion. And again, Marcus is one of those guys that had a lot of offers to go other places and a lot of chances to go play at other high D1 schools, and wanted to be here at Texas Tech. So, great young man. I'm so happy for him.
Hey, Coach, Jared Johnson, Inside the Red Raiders. Speaking of Marcus, it seemed like from last year to this year, he's really improved as a perimeter defender when switching, to an elite level. How was he able to do that?
Well, he's just worked at it. He started working on it last year, and he's got very quick feet and great hands, and I tell him he could be a boxer or maybe a NFL tight end because he's fast. So we tell him all the time how athletic he is, and just he's been one of our best ball defenders all year. So we have a lot of confidence when we switch that he can stay in front of those guards.
John Titel from hoopshd.com. What would 1979 Texas Tech graduate Mark Adams say to 2022 Texas Tech head coach Mark Adams about making the Sweet 16?
Well, I'd say dream big dreams and don't ever give up on your dreams, because there was a certain time in my life when I was winning at certain levels, and I thought I was the next John Wooden, and I was only in the room that thought that, and then I had some success and failure, and so much of getting these jobs is just having timing and the right opportunity. But God's blessed with me with this. So I really got out of coaching for about 7 years, and went back to Howard College because I just loved the game. I was there for 9 and never had any idea that I'd have a chance to be here. So I do. I'm like Kevin. I give God all the credit, and it's just been a blessing, and it is encouraging to anybody. Just I don't care how old you are, just don't ever give up on your dreams, and don't quit on yourself, and keep believing. Thanks for that question.
Nick Levine, Guardian. Coach, with like a minute 40 left, it looked like you came out in a zone and maybe trapped out of it, and then maybe back to man. Was that something just to throw a different look? Or
it was. We were just trying to stay aggressive, and knew that Coach Bray would have some offensive scheme coming up there late. So we were just trying to do something to disrupt them some way. So we were able to get by with it, thank goodness. Didn't hurt us.
Christian Hay, KTXT Lubbock. Coach Adams, we've talked earlier in the year, and you said your turnover number is 10. This game you had 8.
I know it. How about that? I'm still looking at it thinking, we only had 8 turnovers. So that's, on paper, this game really looks a lot better than I thought. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you're exactly right. It's one of our goals is let's take care of the basketball, and to us that means let's don't have like 12 or 14, and we'd like to get to 10. And so that is, again, this shows this team has continued to improve, and that's what's so exciting. We're still getting better. We've got a lot of potential left, and like we saw last game, and now this one, and so hopefully we'll still make some improvement by next weekend.
And then earlier in the week, or yesterday, you mentioned Coach K being one of your mentors. How excited are you, if you're excited, to go up against him in the Sweet 16 now?
I like Coach K. I'm not that excited. I don't know if he's excited playing Duke. So, but we'll we're going to take this time to enjoy and be happy about. We've kind of broken this in. This is a tournament we need to win this weekend. We've done that, and we'll go back and regroup and be ready for this weekend. But a lot of respect, obviously, for Coach K and for Duke, and he's always been a mentor of mine, so I looked up to. Not only is he a great coach, but a great person, does so much for basketball, and he's built a program which we all admire and respect. It's just in one team to the next. He's got a dynasty he's built, and so our hats off to him.
Coach Brady King in Lubbock. They did hit 9 threes. You mentioned losing sleep over that 3-point shot. Do you feel like you escaped it, or do you feel like 9 is all right?
Yeah, we just dodged a bullet. I mean, I wouldn't have thought if they'd hit 9 threes, we'd have a chance to win. So, but they're a great shooting team, and they're hard to guard. They spread you out and have so many 3-point shooters, and the other thing, they're just a really good passing team. And I look here too. They only had. They just had 8 assists. I think that's one of the reasons that they didn't get more threes. So I give our guys a lot of credit for keeping their hands up and pressing the ball, not giving those open looks. So, but it's and they made big threes when they needed to down the stretch. So happy to get out here at the win.
Coach Pete Christie, KCBD in Lubbock. I know you noticed when you guys were leaving the hotel today, there were way more Red Raider fans coming out this weekend. What do you want to say to Red Raider fans to get them out to San Francisco now?
Yeah, Pete, I was so worried about this game. I really didn't notice, but I heard them at the game. They were loud and supportive, and it makes a big difference for us. It's to give us that encouragement on the floor, and yeah, we're going to need another big crowd next weekend. So we've had our Red Raider Nation's just been unbelievable, and we're also appreciative of it. Our guys talk about it all the time. Recruits notice it, and just a big part of our winning.
Thanks, Coach. Notre Dame is on deck. So
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Appreciate it.
Good luck.